Facebook is without a doubt our favorite platform for contractors to use to grow their business online because it's the community platform, your ideal clients likely on it, you can do a variety of different types of posts and so much more. But so few contractors actually are using Facebook correctly for their business. That's why in this video, I'm going to give you 12 different ways to optimize your Facebook page in order to have higher engagement, build your community, and ultimately make more money. Let's get into it. So this is the Facebook page of my fake contracting company, Cavalier Construction, which I made specifically for this video. I have some posts that I want to go through as well, and we're just going to take the time to optimize this entire thing step by step, because admittedly, it's pretty bad, and that's the point. I want to start off here talking about your cover photo. So many different times I've seen contractors do photos of their truck wrap. You can see projects that are in progress, like the picture that I have here, a team photo, or maybe even a picture of their office space. That doesn't actually sell your work. You want your premier product or service to be highlighted in this area. So what we're going to do is we are going to edit our cover photo, and we are going to select a higher end photo that actually shows the work that we do. It's of a beautiful kitchen. We're going to drag to reposition it and save it. And now look at how much better our cover photo looks from where it was to where it is now. It's a much better representation of the work that we actually do, and it gets people excited to work with us. The next step though is your profile picture. And I've seen this one, which is a bit all over the place. I've seen it as a headshot of the company owner. You can see the one that I have, which is one that I've seen several times, of a decal of your logo on a truck, which you can't even really see because your icon is this big. If you look at any brand, high-end company, Nike, Google, Apple, Adidas, Reebok, Banana Republic, you name the company, their icon is their logo. But let's not overthink this. We are going to update our profile picture with our logo. The third thing that we want to update and optimize is your company name. So right here we have Cavalier Construction, and that is great. The reason that it's not wrong or bad right now is because Facebook only allows you to change your company name every 60 days. And so I couldn't change it and then make it back to what I want it to be. So for the sake of this video though, I will still show you how to do this. One of the errors that I see a lot of times is that people will have their company name be Cavalier Construction Mike Kyle. Like, no, your company page name is just your company name. So in order to change that, we're going to click this little sidebar, Manage Page, go down to Meta Business Suite. We're going to click the Settings gear right here in the lower left corner, select our page, click Page Settings, and then Name, Edit, and then you just change your name right here and it updates automatically. Scrolling a bit further down the page, we have this whole intro section, and your intro section serves as your About You section. It acts as information for the company itself, but there's a really interesting thing right here about your bio. And I've seen contractors do several different things with it, but I basically condensed it to the most popular version of what I have seen, and that is kitchen, bath, and basement remodels in insert city here. Give us a call at phone number here. And this is where things go a little bit off the rails here. We talk a lot about social media and using it as a platform to share what you're doing, not so much as selling super hard all the time. And this right here is selling super hard all of the time. And it just doesn't feel good if I click on your page and the first thing you're doing to me is selling. So we're gonna change this up a little bit. The format that I love for this specifically, it's 3 pieces. The first part, it's the services that you provide. Next is the transformation that you do. And the third is your location. So watch the difference between kitchen, bath, and basement remodel in Cleveland, Ohio. Give us a call at this number, and this. Turning your house into a home with premier kitchen, bath, and basement remodels in Cleveland, Ohio. It's more professional, it sounds higher end, and it's a grade or 2 up from what you typically see from other contractors. The next thing that we want to do is we want to actually take time to fill out the rest of the details here on this page on the left-hand side. So we have our page. We are a contractor. We have our location in Charlotte. Our Instagram is connected, and you have our website, but there is so much more that you can add here. So we're going to go to edit details, and we're going to fill as much of this information out as possible. So scrolling down here, we can add our address. So let's do that. Let's add our address. I'm just going to do the CGN office here. We're going to add our phone number. Add your email, just gives people another way to contact you. And then there's even more information that you can fill out just outside of your contact information. And this is stuff that gives Facebook more details about your business, such as your hours of operation, which I highly recommend putting here. So we're gonna do open on select hours, and we are just going to do 9 to 5 every single day. Next, we can add our price, and at CGN, we are such proponents of being transparent about how much your stuff costs, because if you look online for any other service or product anywhere, you're gonna wanna know the price. So for this, we are going to say that we are expensive, save that. So now you can see on this bar, we have our address, we have our phone number, we have our contact information, other forms of social media, and some other details about our business as well. Now that we have the profile basics out of the way, I want to spend some time to talk about posting on Facebook as a whole. What I'm about to show you is the typical contractor Facebook post that I see on my timeline all the time. So we have this post right here that says, check out this awesome home renovation and design project we just completed. If you want this for your home, give us a call, insert phone number here, throw in a bunch of hashtags, and then post a collage of the actual project that you did. I'm gonna come out and say it. All of this is wrong for a number of different reasons. Let me explain. So first, let's take a look at this photo. We have this collage of 4 different images. Now, this looks nice, it looks professional, but here's the issue. Facebook doesn't like it. Because what Facebook would rather have is that you post the 4 photos in the same post in something that we call a carousel post. And anytime that somebody posts multiple photos and you're swiping through them, that's the stuff that Facebook wants. Because every time you swipe, you're signaling to Facebook, I like this page and I like this content, show me more of it. So by posting this collage, we actually lose out on 4 different touch points that Facebook wants us to have. And doing such a little change is actually going to boost your engagement with your post even more. Next, we have the caption. And this caption is basically a straight sales pitch, which never converts well on Facebook. Instead, we want to use the caption to take the opportunity to actually tell the story of the client and of the project. Because we have the pictures, but we don't have the context for what the pictures actually are about. And then lastly, hashtags. People ask me all the time, should I use hashtags on Facebook? I'm kind of at this point just in the middle. I don't think it looks particularly great on Facebook, but I understand the appeal of using it. So what I like to do now on Facebook is I will actually do the caption first. I will then break it up with 3 different bullet points using option 8, and then I will do my hashtags at the bottom. To me, this just makes the post look so much cleaner. When you just put your hashtags at the very end of your caption, it looks convoluted, it looks kind of messy, and it just doesn't look or feel great. And I found that this method actually makes your posts look higher end. So here's the post that we started with, and here's what we ultimately turned it into. Which one do you think looks better? Definitely the second one. And just to drive home this point a little bit further, I want to show you 4 different screenshots from a contractor that changed their social media strategy to reflect these changes. Here he did a post in March that started off pretty good and then quickly turned into a sales post. And you can see we have 14 likes, 2 comments, and 3 shares. Also in March, he did the exact same thing, only he forgot the story element at first, and he went into hard sales mode. This post, 32 likes, 2 comments, 6 shares. But watch what happens when he decides to leave the selling part out and only focus on telling the story of his clients and the projects. His post jumped from around 30 likes to 60 likes, and it went from 2 comments to 19. And in these 19 comments, at least 3 people were asking him about his service. But this wasn't just a one-off thing, because he had another post that focused on the exact same thing, telling about the story of the project, and this post had 69 likes and 19 more comments. His social media engagement more than doubled. People don't want to be sold to, they want to sell themselves, and that's what happened in his posts. Next, let's talk about videos on Facebook. I've seen some contractors who have been posting horizontal videos longer than 2 minutes, and it's just not as effective as what it would be if you posted a reel on Facebook. And a reel is a vertical video, typically less than 1:30 in length. Here is an example of a post that a lot of contractors like to do, and this just says, check out this kitchen remodel we did for an awesome client as the caption, and then they post the video there. I've actually seen it on our social media at CGN as well. These type of videos don't even perform half as much as a Facebook reel. So we've posted horizontal videos like this one, and it has only reached about 150 people. Our baseline reel reach is 400 people. So what are you supposed to do then if you have an awesome project profile that you want to show people, but if it's not being shown to anybody, then why am I posting on social media in the first place? Here's the workaround for it. You're going to create a 1-minute video from your project profile as a reel. You are then going to post the reel, and in the caption you are going to say, if you want the full version, comment full. And what this is going to allow you to do is you're going to be able to see who is actually engaged in the content that you are putting out, and from there you're just going to message them the full video on YouTube. And the reason that we want to message people the video one-on-one as opposed to just dropping the YouTube link in the comments is because if people are leaving Facebook to go to YouTube, Facebook knows that and Facebook doesn't like that. But if we're doing it more privately in a message, that's going to make it so much easier. Our 10th tip is to respond to all of your comments. And this is something that gets very much overlooked, but it's super important. So we have this comment by this Mike Kyle person that said awesome. And so we're just going to respond, even if it's as simple as thank you. Responding to comments is a great way to appear professional and responsive to people in your world. So that way, if I come on Cavalier Construction and I see that this person, this page is responding to their comments, I know that they are always active, and that just gives me a little bit more of a peace of mind. For these last 2 tips, we're going to shift gears to our personal page because you have an opportunity to do some really cool damage here that I wanted to share with you. The first tip is to tag your clients in their project photos and their project recap videos. This is going to make them feel like absolute superstars. And what we know is that in the current state of socioeconomic systems and statuses, your ideal client is probably friends on Facebook with more of your ideal client. And when your client gets tagged in that post is then going to be shared to people on their friends list, meaning that you are getting in front of your ideal client even more. Here's a great example of this. In nearly every single one of Logan's posts on Facebook, he is tagging Chris, who is our sales director here, in it. Because between both of their friends lists, they probably have 4,000 contractors on it. Meaning if Logan were to just post it on his, only his friends list will see it. But now all of Chris's friends will see that post as well because Chris was tagged. And then lastly, we have using Facebook groups. This is something that we've talked a little bit about before on the channel, but I wanted to bring it up again because I do think it's an area that a lot of people are underutilizing. Now, whenever we see a post in a Facebook group that is, hey, I want to get my kitchen redone, does anybody know a contractor? This isn't the point where you jump in and you say, hi, it's me, hire me, I can do it. No, this is the point where either you want to invite your past clients to the group so they can vouch for you, or what I like even better is following up in that post and asking the question, well, why do you want to get this done? What are you looking for? And actually kind of going back and forth in like a mini sales call with the original poster. And then from there, once you think it's kind of going in a good direction, all you say is like, this sounds great. Do you mind if I message you? And then they'll say yes, you message, and then that's when you can introduce yourself as a contractor in the area. And there you have it. Those are 12 different ways to optimize your Facebook page for success. If you want to see more videos like this, click this video right here, and we'll see you in the next one.